So as I said earlier, today we will discuss the Python script. So in beginning, you can say these are that you can say Python library, and for CSV you can say it's just create taking the data and reading from CSV to API, like whatever the firewall that is understanding here. So if you can see here, 1 second. So here we have CSV file that we are calling, where we are providing the rule name from zone, source zone, and then source, destination, and application, service, action, and description. So these are the library, like for CSV file, CSV, it's reading that CSV file. That is the use of this, and the request. So to understand the firewall request, it's calling that API features. So if you will let me log in into the firewall. So to go into that REST API, you just have to give firewall IP slash REST API hyphen doc. So if you understand this, you can simply click on, let me go to the policy, see for security policy. You can see to list, if you want to get any kind of list, then it will be get. And if you want to create security policy, then it will be post. And if you want to edit, then it will be put. So these things, they are calling through this library, request library. And URL lib is just to disable the warning, because like if you are logging and we don't have certificate for that firewall, so it's giving the warning. So let me show you that as well. So it's giving warning, right? Like you want to continue or not. Once you click on continue, then it's logging. So in that case, we don't want to show, see, you can say that error message. Or if in a script it's showing error message, it will not continue, it will stop there. So then after we have given firewall information, like on which firewall we have to do, like this is the firewall IP and the version. You can see in firewall dashboard, you can go to the dashboard and see the version details and everything. I will show you, or you can see even in REST API. So once you will click, suppose I want to click on the list of the firewall, it will show you the version, like on which version we are running. Where we are. Yeah, so API key we have already generated, and virtual system by default firewall in VSys 1. And suppose if you have multi-VSys firewall, then you can mention that VSys number and the CSV file from where it has to call. So my firewall, you can say CSV file name, and then REST API information. So this is the basic URL like HTTPS, then your firewall IP that I have shown here. You can say this one. REST API version firewalls, whatever you want to do, like this, you will create one URL kind of things. And API key, API user, and it will authenticate. And the content type, like firewall can understand in XML, JSON format as well. So we are putting data in JSON. And diff is nothing but you can say function in Python. So we have to create function like convert to list. So if there are multiple, so this suppose if you are have multiple value, like in service application we have web browser and SSL both. So what it will take, it will take both the value and convert into the list, and if there is no value, then it will mention as any. And if you consider this line, this is very important. If you are giving anything, like if there is any white space, it in a starting or ending, it will remove that, so it will be good for mentioning. Otherwise it will take, firewall will not understand if there will be any space in starting. And then there is logic, like we are merging the old value and the new value. Suppose one firewall rule have already, there is DNS entry is there already for 8.8.8.8, and we want to add, and then it will add to both the IP. It will not replace old with the new one, it will add it. And yes, and if your rule is there or not, it will there again we are creating one function to check the rule is exist or not, and if rule is exist, then update it, or if it's not exist, then just create it. So for checking this function also, again it's checking through the API URL. So you are, suppose if you will go here, mm, one second if I can zoom it. So here, like if you are going to the policy and creating on security rule, so see here URL is coming, so same URL. And similarly for, you can say, post, you're creating rule, so whatever that action we can give, you can say entry value we can give, and on which format they are accepting, everything they are showing here. So in the same way, like we are giving here, and if response code is 100, then creating true. It means like it might be you are aware of HTTP headers. If it's 200, it means okay. If it's 300, it means it's redirecting to somewhere else. And if related to 400, it means error from source end. And if there is 500, it means there is some problem with server end or destination end. So if response code is 404, it means there is some problem, might be in authentication. So you can check the API key, username, and password. And if your response is fine, then you can check the rule name, and this getting the existing rule, like it will show you all that, it will fetch the rule name from through this URL and show you. So see here, it will again we are creating one function for def to create a rule name. So whatever the rule name that we have pasted in CSV file, they will create with that rule name. If you can say, again it will check, and if it will connect, then it will create the rule. And f, like whenever we are calling any variables to print, then we are mentioning f. So here, suppose we are giving a rule name as a anything, you can say, if we are giving here rule name as a DNS, right? So it will print a rule successful, DNS created successfully, like that. So if you are want to print any variable, then you are calling with f. And same, we are creating again one function for update rule. So if rule is already exist, then whatever the additional value that they have fetched, they will you can say they will add that value. So these are the CSV file details. This will read, and that's it. Then after, you can say, see, this is the payload, that whatever information that you have to put in the same way, and then it will call. Suppose if you have more information, like if you see here, there are many things, right? We have description like tag, you want to tag, you want to schedule anything, schedule details you have. Suppose you want to create temporary rule, then you might have schedule, and tag, you want to add any tag. And there are many things that you can add, like log start time, log end time. And if you want to create any security profile, these many things you can add. So if you want to add that many things, then all the things in you have to mention in payload, then only it will understand. So this is the simple if and else logic. So you can understand, like it's same in all the, you can say, language. And once it's done, you can print. So this is just to print that automation has been completed. And if you want to understand, like in simple, like it's taking reading from the firewall, and once they have information from CSV file, it's a read one rule, build API request, and then it's checking whether rule exists or not. If not, then it's creating new request, or if it's not, it's creating new request, and if yes, and then checking the existing rule, like then and get the old value, and checking all the fields, like which field is additional, and then merging that old and new value, and remove the duplicate and update it, and process with the new whatever the, and you can say we have multiple entry in CSV file, so it will check the next entry and then checking. And suppose if there is no rule, then it will simply create and update and move to the whatever we have mentioned in the Excel file. So thank you, Tim.